You take your meds, you go for your checkups, you even switched to low-sodium soup last month. So, why is your blood pressure still high? That's the question Martha never thought she'd ask. At 67, she followed every doctor's order. She walked around the block, took her pills, skipped the salt. But one Tuesday morning she stood up from her couch, and the room spun. She held onto the wall, heart pounding, vision blurry. The ambulance came within minutes. At the hospital, her doctor said 6 quiet words that changed everything. You've been doing all the right things. That's the scary truth about high blood pressure. It doesn't scream, it doesn't ache, it doesn't warn you. And the most dangerous part? It hides in habits that feel perfectly normal. Maybe it's skipping pills when you feel fine. Maybe it's the salty, healthy snack in your cupboard. Maybe it's the stress you've carried for years, silently raising your pressure every single day. In this video, we're not here to lecture, we're here to illuminate. We'll uncover 7 blood pressure mistakes that millions of older adults make, often without realizing it. And more importantly, we'll show you how to turn each one around with simple, powerful steps you can take at home. Because your blood pressure isn't just a number. It's a reflection of how your heart is handling the life you live. And with the right guidance, you can give your heart the peace, protection, and strength it deserves. When George turned 70, his daughter gave him one rule: take your meds, no excuses, and he did. For a while. But one quiet Sunday, he forgot. Then on Monday he figured, what's the harm in missing just one day? By Thursday, he was lightheaded. On Friday, he nearly fainted in the shower. By the time he saw his doctor, his blood pressure had spiked dangerously high. The truth is, blood pressure medication isn't something you feel working. It doesn't give you an instant boost or take away pain. That's what makes it so easy to underestimate and so dangerous to skip. For many seniors, this is one of the most common and overlooked mistakes: skipping pills, taking them at the wrong times, or stopping altogether because you feel fine. But here's the reality: that normal reading on your monitor, that calm heartbeat, that's not luck. That's the medication doing its job behind the scenes, quietly protecting your heart, your brain, and your future. Missing even one dose can trigger sudden spikes in blood pressure that place immense strain on your arteries. And because high blood pressure rarely causes symptoms, most people don't realize the damage until it's too late. So what can you do? Make your medication a non-negotiable habit. Take it at the same time each day. Use a daily pill box, phone alarms, or a simple checklist on your fridge. Never stop on your own. Even if your blood pressure looks great, it might just mean the medication is working perfectly. Talk to your doctor before making any changes. And if you're struggling with side effects or cost, speak up. There are often alternatives, generic versions or programs that can help. Remember, this isn't just a pill, it's a promise to your future self. A decision every single day to keep your heart strong and your life steady. Ellen hadn't touched a salt shaker in years. She bought low-fat soups, heart-healthy crackers, and light salad dressings. And yet, her blood pressure kept rising. "I don't understand," she told her doctor. "I thought I was doing everything right." What Ellen didn't know is this: most of the salt in your diet isn't added at the table. It's hiding in plain sight. Inside the processed foods we trust the most. Canned soups, deli meats, store-bought breads. Even healthy options like whole grain cereals and low-calorie frozen meals. They may look harmless, but many of them are loaded with sodium, not for flavor, but for shelf life. Here's why that matters. Sodium pulls water into your bloodstream. More water equals more volume, equals more pressure on artery walls. Over time, this pressure wears down the heart, weakens blood vessels, and increases your risk of stroke, heart failure, and kidney damage. And it's not just about numbers. As we age, our kidneys become less efficient at flushing out excess sodium. That means even small amounts can have a bigger impact than they used to. So what can you do? Start by becoming a label detective. Don't just look at fat or calories. Check the sodium. Look for options labeled low sodium, 140 milligrams or less per serving, or no salt added. A single can of soup can contain over half your daily limit. Even a slice of bread can add up if you're having it every day. Next, make small swaps. Rinse canned vegetables and beans. Cook at home when you can. Flavor your meals with herbs, garlic, lemon, or vinegar instead of salt. Yes, it takes time to retrain your taste buds. But after a few weeks, you'll start to taste food more clearly, and salty snacks may even start to taste too harsh. Cutting back on sodium doesn't mean cutting out joy. It means protecting your heart, reducing swelling, sleeping better, and living longer, with more energy and clarity. Every bite matters, and with the right awareness, every meal can become a step toward a steadier, stronger you. Henry always felt fine. No chest pain, no dizziness, no headaches. At every checkup, his doctor would take a reading, give him a nod, and send him on his way. So when he suffered a minor stroke at age 74, it came as a complete shock. What went wrong? His blood pressure had been slowly climbing for months, maybe years. But without symptoms or regular tracking, no one knew. Here's the truth about blood pressure. You can't feel it going up. It doesn't tap you on the shoulder or whisper in your ear. And that's exactly what makes it so dangerous. Too many older adults rely on yearly doctor visits to catch changes. But blood pressure isn't a set it and forget it number. It shifts constantly based on stress, sleep, movement, medication, and even the time of day. That one normal reading at the clinic, it might not tell the full story. Some people experience white coat syndrome, higher numbers due to nerves at the doctor's office. Others show unusually low numbers during visits because they're calm, rested, or dehydrated. That's where at-home monitoring becomes a game changer. Checking your blood pressure at home gives you a clearer picture of your real trends. It helps you and your doctor catch patterns early, adjust medications if needed, and avoid dangerous surprises. You don't need fancy equipment. Modern home monitors are affordable, accurate, and easy to use. Here's how to make it work for you. Pick one time each day. Morning is best. Sit quietly for 5 minutes beforehand. Keep both feet flat, arm at heart level. Don't talk during the reading. Record your results in a notebook or app. Bring your log to every appointment. These records give your doctor real insight, not just snapshots. Some people avoid tracking because they're afraid of what they'll see. But ignoring it won't protect you. In fact, awareness is the first step to control. Your blood pressure is talking. Are you listening? Joan always prided herself on being tough. She raised 3 kids, worked 2 jobs, and rarely took a sick day. Even after retirement, she kept going, helping neighbors, volunteering, staying busy. But one night she lay awake staring at the ceiling. Her chest felt tight, her thoughts were racing, and her blood pressure? Sky high. The next morning, her doctor said something she'd never expected. "Joan, your stress is the problem." Many seniors don't realize that chronic, unmanaged stress can be just as dangerous as a poor diet or a lack of exercise. Here's what happens. When you're stressed, your body releases hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. These chemicals tighten your blood vessels and increase your heart rate, preparing you for danger. That's fine in the short term. But when stress becomes constant, when the pressure of daily life never really stops, your body stays in that fight or flight mode. Your arteries remain tense, your heart works harder, and over time, that silent pressure causes lasting damage. The problem is, stress often hides in plain sight. It doesn't always feel like panic. Sometimes it's just a clenched jaw, a tired mind, a short fuse, a sense that you're holding your breath all day long. And because so many older adults were taught to push through or be strong, they don't talk about it. But here's the good news. You don't need a therapist or a big life change to manage stress. You need small, consistent rituals of calm. Try this. Breathe slowly for 3 minutes in the morning. Take a quiet walk without your phone. Write down 3 things you're grateful for each night. Listen to soft music. Talk to someone who makes you feel safe. Think of stress care like brushing your teeth. You don't wait for pain, you do it daily to prevent problems. Your heart doesn't just need medicine, it needs moments of peace. For years, Walter loved walking. He'd stroll through the park every morning, wave to neighbors, and even dance with his wife on weekends. But after a knee injury at 68, everything changed. He told himself, better to rest than risk pain. 1 week of rest turned into a month. Then came the stiffness, the fatigue, the shortness of breath, and rising blood pressure. Here's what many older adults don't realize. Moving less doesn't protect your heart. It weakens it. Your heart is a muscle, and just like any muscle, it needs gentle, regular use to stay strong. When you stop moving, your heart starts to work harder, just to do the basics. Without movement, blood doesn't flow as efficiently, muscles shrink, joints stiffen, and pressure builds up inside your blood vessels. The result? Higher blood pressure, even if you're taking it easy. And no, you don't need to run marathons. Even light activity can create big benefits. Daily movement helps strengthen the heart, improve circulation, reduce inflammation, lower stress, improve sleep and mood. But here's the key, it has to be consistent. Try this. Take a 10-minute walk after breakfast. Stretch your arms and legs each morning. March in place during commercial breaks. Do gentle chair exercises while listening to music. If you sit for long periods, stand up every 30-60 minutes. Walk to the kitchen. Roll your shoulders. Wiggle your toes. These tiny motions add up. And remember, movement should feel good, not scary. If you're unsure where to start, talk to your doctor or physical therapist. They can help you create a plan that's safe and effective for your body. You're not exercising to impress anyone. You're doing it to stay independent, to keep your balance, to walk without fear and live without limits. Your body was made to move, and when you honor that design, your blood pressure listens. Every morning, Frank pours himself a cup of coffee, just like he has for the past 40 years. And most evenings, he enjoys a glass of red wine with dinner. These little pleasures keep me going, he says with a smile. But recently, he's noticed something strange. After coffee, his heart races. After wine, he feels dizzy when standing up. At first, he brushed it off. But when his blood pressure started to climb, his doctor asked one simple question: how much is too much for your heart right now? Here's the truth many seniors don't hear. As your body changes with age, its ability to handle caffeine and alcohol changes too. Caffeine is a stimulant. It tightens blood vessels and speeds up the heart rate, both of which can raise blood pressure. For some, the effect is mild, but for others, especially those sensitive or already on hypertension meds, even 1 cup can trigger a dangerous spike. Alcohol adds a different challenge. In small doses, it might feel relaxing, but larger or regular amounts can disrupt sleep, raise blood pressure, and interfere with medications. It also dehydrates the body, adds empty calories, and can quietly increase anxiety. All factors that worsen heart health. So what should you do? Start with awareness. Check your blood pressure before and after drinking coffee or wine. Notice how your body responds, not just the numbers, but how you feel. If you see a pattern, consider small changes. Switch to half-calf or decaf. Sip herbal teas like chamomile or peppermint. Replace wine with sparkling water and lemon. Limit alcohol to 1 drink a day or less. And never mix alcohol with blood pressure meds without asking your doctor. You don't have to give up comfort, but you can choose comfort that supports your heart. Because every drink is more than a habit. It's a message to your body about how much you care. Margaret was the perfect patient. She never missed an appointment. She nodded politely. She picked up her prescriptions on time. But behind closed doors, things were different. Her new meds made her dizzy. She was skipping doses. She was also drinking a natural tea her neighbor swore would lower blood pressure. But she never told her doctor. "I didn't want to bother him," she said later. "He's so busy. And I didn't want to sound like a complainer." That silence? It almost cost her a hospital stay. Too many seniors make this mistake, not speaking up, not mentioning side effects, not reporting skipped doses, not asking questions about supplements, diet changes, or how they're feeling emotionally. And while it may seem small, this lack of communication can lead to serious risks. Your doctor can only help you with the information you give them. If they don't know what's happening between appointments, they're working with a puzzle that's missing pieces. Blood pressure isn't just about the numbers, it's also about how your body reacts to stress, sleep, food, medications, and mood. When something changes, you feel different, tired, dizzy, anxious, frustrated. That's all valid data your doctor needs to hear. So how can you speak up? Keep a notebook of your readings, symptoms, and questions. Bring it to each visit, or share it through your clinic's online portal. Don't wait for something to go wrong. Call if you're unsure. Ask about virtual visits if getting to the office is difficult. Tell them about everything, including herbal supplements or vitamins. And most importantly, remember, your doctor is not there to judge you. They're your partner. Their job is to help you stay steady, safe, and informed. You don't need to know all the answers. You just need to start the conversation. Because when you speak up, your care gets better, your confidence grows, and your heart feels heard. High blood pressure doesn't happen overnight. It builds quietly, from skipped pills, salty snacks, too much sitting, too much silence. But here's the truth. Reversing it doesn't require perfection. It requires awareness. One honest look at your daily choices. One conversation. One walk. One glass of water instead of wine. One deep breath before the stress takes over. You don't have to do everything today. You just have to do one thing differently. And that's where it begins. A stronger heart, clearer thinking, more peaceful sleep, a steadier, more confident you. So tell me, which of these 7 habits surprised you the most? Which one feels most true to your life right now? Share your thoughts in the comments, because when we share, we grow. And in our next episode, we'll explore how just 10 minutes every morning can dramatically improve your circulation and energy after 60. You're not alone, and your heart is ready for what's next.